on products that are natural looking makeup products. The reason I want to film this video is just because, you know, there are lots of products out there that are really like full coverage. You can definitely tell that you're wearing makeup when you're wearing them and stuff like that. And I wanted to show you guys products that if you're going for a more natural look, if you kind of want to wear makeup but appear like you're not wearing makeup in a sense, or if you just kind of want to wear products that aren't as full coverage, as heavy, that are more natural looking, that just kind of emphasize your natural features. These are some of the products that I really enjoy going to for that. I don't always, you know, necessarily want to wear a ton of makeup if I'm going to like school or anything like that. Even if I'm just like running errands or anything like that, I'm not always going to want to like put on a lot of foundation and stuff like that and just look unnatural. I'll start off firstly with face products, and I'll start off with foundation. There is one foundation that I currently own which is perfect for a really lightweight coverage, but that gives you good coverage. Like, it's lightweight but it's not heavy, it's not cakey on your skin at all, and it's the Healthy Mix foundation from Bourjois. I'm in the shade 52. And this foundation is absolutely amazing if you want coverage on your skin, but you want something that is lightweight, that gives you your skin but better look, that just blends really evenly into your skin. This gives a dewy finish. It looks absolutely gorgeous even if you put powder over the top of it. This would be perfect if you go to work or school and you don't want to wear like a full coverage foundation, or even one that, you know, isn't that heavy on the skin, but you do still want to cover up, you know, redness and blemishes. I would definitely go for this one. And another product which I wanted to talk about if you aren't really into wearing foundations but you also want something that's more coverage than a tinted moisturiser is a BB cream. This was the one from Garnier. It's just the BB cream Miracle Skin Perfector. And this one is in light. I just recently purchased this one. I've not yet tried it, but it's the oily to combination skin. I do have the one which is like for dry skin, but I'm not an oily person, and that makes my skin really, really greasy. So it definitely depends on what type of skin that you have with this BB cream, but this BB cream is really, really good. Once again, just like the Healthy Mix foundation, it does give coverage, and I think it gives a pretty good coverage, but it is lightweight, it goes on really dewy onto the skin, blends really well into your skin, it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't have that much coverage to look like a full-on, you know, face of makeup, and it's just really, really nice for school, for work, for running errands, for just everything. It's absolutely amazing. So I definitely recommend BB creams if you're looking for something more natural, or the Healthy Mix foundation if you do like foundation, but these I find are pretty similar. I think this one has, you know, a bit more coverage because it is a foundation, but both of these are really, really amazing for a natural looking, your skin but better effect. Next off is concealer. I know with concealer sometimes you can get ones that are quite thick and, you know, full coverage underneath the eyes. And I guess it does depend on your preference of if you have really bad like dark under eye circles and stuff like that. But two that I would really recommend that are natural looking are Rimmel's Match Perfection. This is a highlighter as well as a concealer, so it is quite a light concealer. I do find that it gives coverage, but it also highlights under the eyes. And if you want to look really natural, awake, you want a concealer that, you know, gives you that highlight underneath your eyes. This one is really, really great. I also really want to try the Dream Lumi Touch Concealer from Maybelline. I've heard so much stuff about that one, but I think this is kind of like a dupe for it, apart from the fact that that one may be a bit better. I'm not entirely sure, but that one's that. And then also the Garnier Roll-On. This is a really, really good product if you are looking for a lightweight under eye concealer. This does give coverage. It's a tinted, kind of like it's a tinted eye cream or eye treatment basically. I'll do a little like swatch on my hand there. It just basically is a really liquidy tinted treatment for under your eyes, but it does cover under eye circles quite well, and it doesn't cake or crease underneath the eyes. You can use quite a bit of this and it's not going to really do anything dramatic like crease or look cakey or anything like that. It's not too full on, so I definitely recommend this if you're looking for something quite natural to wear. We'll stick with eyes, I guess. 3 products and one that I don't actually have. The first one is eyebrows. Sometimes like when you use pencil on your eyebrows, it can look, you know, quite drawn on and quite full on. I do recommend pencils if you want to make your eyebrows look more natural, because you can do short strokes. It's not going to be too in your face, drawn on, you know, square, all coloured in, whatever. This is the Rimmel eyebrow pencil, and this one is in 002 Hazel. It's just basically a light brown, and I do really recommend it if you want more natural looking brows. This pencil's quite a good one, but I just think it is definitely the option to go for over an eyeshadow. I personally like filling in my eyebrows with both, but this definitely is a really, really good product if you are looking for more natural looking brows that you can just do short strokes and even fill in just the areas that you need to. And then for eyeliners, obviously if you want to go quite natural with your eyeliners, I recommend using something like this. This is a white eyeliner from Rimmel. It's the Rimmel 071 Pure White Soft Kohl Pencil. And white eyeliners can look a bit too much if you put too much on, but if you just apply a really, really light stroking of this on the waterline, it really, really brightens up your eyes and makes you look fresh. And all of these makeup products are also going to make you look really fresh-faced. They're not going to make you look cakey or tired or, you know, like you're wearing too much. They're really, really fresh-faced products. So I recommend this. I also recommend Stila's eyeliner. I think it's in taupe. It's a skin-coloured eyeliner just to brighten up the eyes, make them look more awake. For mascara, if you want to go more natural, I recommend lengthening mascaras. I think that lengthening mascaras that separate your lashes are the perfect way to go for looking more fresh-faced and natural. This one is the Covergirl Lash Perfection. I do really like this. It doesn't really give a lot of volume, but it does give length and separates quite well. It doesn't have a lot of clumping, I don't find. The other one that I wanted to mention is Revlon's Lashfinder. It is one of the best mascaras I've ever used. It doesn't look like it would work at all. It looks like a really cheap mascara. Well, not a cheap, but the packaging's not that great, the wand's not that great, but the formula is terrific. You want really, really natural looking eyelashes to the point where it doesn't look like you're wearing mascara. That one is definitely a must. It just lengthens, doesn't clump, it coats your lashes, separates them, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Also for eyeshadows, if you want to look more natural, wearing a champagne sheer colour on your lids and in the tear duct is perfect. This one is MAC's Naked Lunch, and it's just basically a really, really sheer champagne-y, pearly kind of colour here. It's just really, really nice for all over the lids. I don't find that these are overly that pigmented, but just for all over the lids and in the inner corner, you really can't go wrong if you don't want to wear a lot of eyeshadow, but you do want to wear something that brightens up your eyes along with a white eyeliner or whatever. I would definitely go for this or products like this. I know that you can get dupes for this and ones that look that are cheaper, but this is one that I have. And then next off is blush. I wanted to pick a blush that looks quite natural, like a natural flush, so not something too pink, not something too peachy or anything like that. And the one that I picked was Face of Australia's blush in Terra, and it's spelled T-E-R-R-A. It basically just looks like this, and it's quite a beigey, like peachy brown. I'm not sure if it's really showing up. It's on this finger, but it is a really, really nice, just like a flush of colour to your cheeks. I really like it. It looks really, really natural, like you're not really wearing blush at all, but you are, which is basically what you want to go for if you're going for something more natural. So I really recommend this blush. Any kind of like beigey pink I think works really well for looking more natural, as I said, over like a really like bright pink or even like a baby pink, like pastel pink colour. The blush product that I wanted to recommend is the Physicians Formula Matte Bronzer. That bronzer is the most natural bronzer I've ever used. I have mentioned it before in videos, but it is a really, really sheer bronzer. Like, it's very pigmented, but It's not orange, it's not too dark. It just kind of goes onto your skin and just blends in and makes you look like you're more tanned naturally. But it is amazing. It's just so pigmented. I don't think it really works very well for people with darker skin tones just because it is quite a light bronzer. But if you have my skin tone, lighter or even a bit darker, I definitely recommend that one if you're looking for a natural looking bronzer, just to kind of give you colour to your face without looking too orangey, too dark, without looking like you've applied a lot of bronzer to your face. And then last product is lips, and for lips, natural looking, I basically just think of anything that's kind of like your lips but better, I guess. If you don't like wearing lipsticks or lip glosses or anything like that, you don't want to go too over the top, I recommend tinted lip balms. I'm not too much of a fan of tinted lip balms, but I really like this one. It's the Baby Lips Tinted Lip Balm colour in Pink Lolita, I think it is, yeah. Pink Lolita, and it's just basically a kind of just raspberry pink, and when you apply it on, it just gives a really, really sheer amount of colour. This just pretty much does look like your lips are better. It's easy to apply throughout the day. They're really, really moisturising. They smell really nice. You don't have to sit there applying a lipstick or a lip gloss or anything like that, and if you are going for a more natural, fresh looking face of makeup, you want something that is natural on your lips as well. So I recommend the Baby Lips lip balms. The tinted versions of these are amazing. So that's basically it. I hope this video gave you guys some ideas of natural looking products that are just going to emphasize your features, not overpower them. So yeah, and I will talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to check out my blog. I'm trying to do more regular posts on there, and also my Twitter and stuff like that. I'll leave all the links below, and hope you guys have a really good week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.